but not in time. So Mookie Wilson, 0 for 5 last night, leads it off with a double.
Mookie picking up his 17th two-base hit off a breaking pitch. It is hit number 123 for Mookie, and Durham gets it back in, but not in time, as Wilson has a stand-up double.
Right side, and Wilson, having to hold up, thinking that Johnstone might catch it, winds up at third. So Backman, normally an opposite field hitter, pulls a single on 2 strikes to right.
That pitch to pull. It's an inside slider, and Backman gets on it and pulls it to right field. Mookie holding for
high and inside on the, and that's, and trying to get out of the streaks, to say the least, in both leagues, as Foster drills one off the glove of Sandberg. 1 run is in. Backman will go to second. They're going to wave him on, and now he goes back, and he is just back in time. Howard waved him on, then all of a sudden thought differently of it, and will await the official scorer's decision on that hard hit ball off Sandberg.
Well, look at it again. It's a hard smash again off the slider. All 3 balls that have been hit have been off the breaking pitch, off the glove of Sandberg. It could be scored either way. It is being scored as a base hit, and Backman has to scramble back to third. Representing the tying run, as you see it on the replay. Right here, the halt sign by Frank Howard, and he gets back in ahead of the play.
So Rusty Staub, who looked like he was, and he pulls this into the seats. Afternoon game here tomorrow and a double Sunday. This ball drilled deep left center field. Durham coming over, and he's grabbed it. The runners tagging up. Backman scores the tying run, and Foster goes to third.
Rusty Staub on the sacrifice fly picks up last 2 games. As a pinch hitter last night, he doubled in 3, and now he gets his 4th
hitter for the year, and that's in. And Boa, playing halfway in, keeps the runner at third, and there's 2 down. And a runner stranded at third, so at the end of 1, deadlock at 2.
Hubie Brook. Throw on down to second as Durham goes over to second on the out at third, and Buckner arguing the call by the third base umpire, Fred Brocklander. But Valentine, with that powerful arm, throwing all the way across the diamond, and the call of out. Pick up the argument is Lee Elia as we look at it again.
Boy, it's hard to see why he would argue from just the natural eye viewpoint, not watching the replay. He was out. Right here, he got him. Now, if you follow through on that, it looked like his arm came up. Now watch. Well, I thought for a moment that
the right fielder, Ellis Valentine. Cubs no runs, 1 hit, 1 man left. Pops the ball. Backman on his way to second base and holding there. So Steve Henderson had it, but then lost it.
Well, talking about Backman burning people, and this time Bird with the outfield playing straight away. Got that pitch away from him, and that's a ball he should have had. He looked back at the wall, I think, and that confused him.
Being scored as a 2-base error. And he misses the fastball. Back with a fastball. And the breaking ball, did he swing? First base umpire Bruce Fleming said he did go around. And it's hit deep in the hole, backhanded by Boa. The throw to first in the dirt, and it gets away. And Backman will score on the air. Larry Boa, a reliable shortstop under normal circumstances, making it there all season long.
So Doug Bird, instead of having a 1-2-3 inning on Henderson's error, now Boa's throw in the dirt. And coming up and hitting Buckner in the wrist, he cannot find it, allowing Backman to score. And the Mets within 1.
He'll be out.
Boy, they never learn.
Ellis Valentine gunning down his second base runner, trying to go from second to third. And we look at it again.
Now Ellis coming a long way. Now watch when he slows down, getting ready to set up. And boy, they never learn. That's the second time, as Ralph indicated. In the last inning, he threw Buckner out.
So it's a double play, and Ellis Valentine
Batters.
And right here we look at it again as the fastball is missed by Boy. Goes right up.
Nice backhand by Backman. 3 up, 3 down. First time tonight the Cubs have been retired in order, so we go to the bottom of the 7th. Over 13,000 total in the ball feet. As the Mets down by 1, 4-3 will send the top of the order to. And Wilson's speed beats Bird. And Mookie might be hurt.
Well, this was really a race against time, and Mookie running so hard that when he hit the bag, he just goes right on forward and down to the ground. It is Bird against Wilson, and Bird getting the throw from Buckner, and it looked like Bird won the race. That Bird was right in his argument. Although Mookie might have got the front part of that bag. It was awfully close. We'll look at it again. The move to first base, and it would be that his right foot did not get off the pitching rubber. You have to be completely off that rubber with the.
So the tying run at second base, nobody out. Armor, and coming 3/4 that time. And that's outside. 2 balls. Buckner and Sandberg on the grass at first and third, and that's ball 3. 3-0 pitch. And it's a strike, just caught the time, 4-2. And it's bunted foul, so the count will be full now. And he bunts foul on a 3-2 pitch. He is out of there. Probably saying, why did you bunt on that pitch?
He missed the sign. It's got to be that. He, I'm sure, wasn't bunting on that pitch. Left-hand batter, he can pull the ball and ground it out. Missed the sign and was not bunting there.
3 times tonight, an RBI double, a walk, and he driven into left center. Here comes Wilson, makes the wide turn, but they're in plenty of time as Henderson's throw is way short, and this game is tied up.
So Foster gets his second run batted into the night as he goes out there and reaches that low outside slider. Henderson throwing home and not in time as Mookie comes in to score.
That's 2-0 over Buckner, and this one is over Buckner. Foster will go to third. And Staub has had a good last 2 nights here for the Mets.
Rusty Staub bounces it right over the head of Buckner. He had driven in the run in the first with a sacrifice fly, set it up for the Mets with a double, and has lasted.
A big hand as he departs to the Mets dugout. 3, a double and a single and an RBI on the sacrifice fly. So Ellis to the right side, and the Mets will have the lead. Jorgensen heads for third, and the throw not in time. So for the first time tonight, the Mets take the lead as Valentine drives home the go-ahead run.
Look at it again. It's just beyond the reach of Junior Kennedy. A desperate try by the second baseman. Foster scores the go-ahead run, and Jorgensen goes from first to third. So the Mets still have a runner at third with 1 out.
That's ball 2. 2-1 pitch. Breaking ball, base hit. And it's now a 6-4 ball game. So Hodges getting his first hit of the night.
Got to give Ron a lot of credit. He hangs in there off those fastballs. Now gets a hanging curveball, and he just drills it right by the first baseman, Buckner. So the Mets go up by 2 as Jorgensen scores.
Last, but the Cubs percentage points in front in 5th. High, 3-1. Count will go full as fly ball deep to right center field. Durham giving chase. And a nice catch by Jay Johnstone. And the runners, who are halfway down, have to go around his knees. And he strikes him out. But the Mets take the lead for the first time tonight, coming up with 3 runs on 5 hits and stranding a pair. So at the end of 7 complete innings of play, the Mets 6 and the Cubs 4. 1 out.
Hubie Brooks turning in one of the best plays of this ball game, or of any ball game. Just going all the way, making a great stop of the hard smash, a bid for the 2-base hit, and then the accurate throw to Jorgensen. Brooks with a fine defensive.
Nice backhand. He was playing back this time, but Jorgensen off the bag. George Bamberger is going to argue with Bruce Fremming about this.
Fremming says he was at least a foot off the bag. And if there's an error in the play, and there will be, it should go to Mike Jorgensen. We'll look at it again. Jorgensen at first base with what they call a neighborhood play, timing the play. He doesn't really have to. Brooks has solved him plenty of time. And I got to say he was on the bag.
Yes, sir. And another nice effort by Brooks, Ralph.
Throw not that far away to pull him off the bag. And it appeared he stayed right on it, but the Mets lose the argument. Bamberger back to the dugout. But right there, the ball in the glove, and the foot is on the bag, unless it's just off, an inch off. But then Fremming at
line is there, and there's 2 out. Well, if he gets one more, the point will be moot. Higher, nice play to Baylor. As Davis is forced out to retire the side. In the inning, no runs, a hit, a man left on. So we go to the bottom of the 8th with the New York Mets out. With his 3rd hit of the night, and he makes the turn, but Woods in a shallow center field spot, as you can see. Hung that breaking ball and outside. And another toss. Runner not going, and Baylor. There goes the runner. Swing and a miss. And not in time. Mookie Wilson here with stolen base number 40 as Baylor strikes out. And this throw in the dirt, that is the 9th consecutive stolen base for Mookie Wilson. 2 stolen bases, and Lee Mazzilli with 41 in 79 and 80 are the top 2 base stealers in the season for the Mets. So Mookie Wilson break their record. Out by Baylor will be intentionally walked. So Mike Jorgensen, 2 out. Correction. Inside 2. And that's high. 3-1. And the fastball for a strike. There they go. And the pitch. 3-2 pitch fouled. 3-2 pitch. And Buckner flipping to Hernandez just in time to retire the side. Hang on to your seats as the Mets lead it here by a score of 6-4. Wilson might have a play near the photographer's cage, and he's got it 1 out. Ball hit to center field. 1 to go. And he looks at a fastball for a strike. And he's in the hole, 2 strikes. Popped up. Brooks over near the fence, but it will be back about 4. And that's out. A 1-2 delivery. Outside, 2-2. She'll start. Second game of the doubleheader on Sunday is George Bamberger toe tapping. This should be the ball game. It is, as the Mets snap a 4-game losing streak, and Jesse Orosco picks up his 2nd win of the year. So the Mets win it by a score of 6-4. We'll be back with the totals and highlights after this word from Michelob Light.